It's a 2-year diploma, and the students work in the studio with any painting or drawing medium that works on paper, so not oil on the whole, but watercolour, gouache, ink, pastel, all the drawing media, and any combination, collage, whatever they want to do in that respect. That's what they work with, and they also work in the print room with all the different print methods. And they work from project to project. The projects are quite long, and the idea is to generate a series or material around a theme.
It wasn't entirely what I expected it to be, and I think when you start, you think, I don't really want to be pushed into too much outside my comfort zone. I would say that's exactly what it's done for me. This has allowed me to challenge myself in a way that I would never have done otherwise.
It's been great having the time to develop something, because prior to this diploma, when one was coming in once a week only, you felt you had a day in which to complete something. Now you don't have to worry about the day. You know that you've got weeks, and you can take your time, and you can take something that's so small and it can just spread and grow and become something quite exciting.
I think the aim is to introduce them to different subject matter, and they'll quickly find what they enjoy most. But as the course progresses, it seems that the students are encouraged to keep all the media going. They're printing and doing watercolours and doing drawings and so on. So they've actually developed in quite a wide range of media.
It's been surprising that my art has developed massively through a very short period of time. But I do work, I come into class 3 days a week, but I watercolour and paint and draw the other 4 days outside in London or in my house. So I've been working 7 days a week for the past 2 years now, painting.
Both printmaking and watercolour work from the light, so it's the same cerebral process.
Some people are more outgoing, they talk a lot, they bounce ideas back and forth. I guess I, by nature, am a little bit self-contained, although I do feel the classmates have helped in some projects, given new ideas.
I love the place because I feel at home, and I'm just very comfortable here. I feel that I'm with like-minded people.
I was quite nervous about it, but I have loved all of it, and I feel that I've stretched myself beyond what I would ever have done if I hadn't done this course.
I think there's always the fear factor of something new, but once you get stuck into something, you realise that there's potential. The more you know, the more exciting it becomes. Also, it works the other way, though, that if you don't know about something, you have a freedom of approach. You're not cramped because you don't know any better, so you make these marvellous mistakes, which actually are very successful very often.
Each of us will have a particular medium that we're especially experienced with. I can help them with watercolour, some of my colleagues will help them with print or ink or whatever, and drawing. But actually it's interesting because all your teaching is tailored to that individual and what they're trying to do, and that makes it distinctive. So you're trying to help them realise their aspirations. It's very individually based. There's quite a lot of discussion and conversation, and it makes for an interesting atmosphere.
I think it's helpful that a tutor will come in and say, have you thought about it this way, or what about doing it this way? That helps you to think through the process. It's not about imposing their own idea on you. It's about stretching your way of working and thinking.
It's all about practice. School is about making mistakes in order to learn, getting input from teachers, getting feedback. Some of the teachers want you to learn the way that they did, which is by trial and error. And some teachers just teach you all their secrets immediately.
The teachers help you a lot, and they help you in more ways than just showing you how to do technique. They've pushed us to be independent thinker and self-motivator and things like this. In that way, there's been much more learning than I expected. They have all been sort of practicing artists themselves, so I've always tried to pick their brains a little bit on the subject of life as an artist as well.
The more tutors you have, the more techniques and ideas and concepts you get. You really benefit from the differing nature of the teachers on the course. And they're all very high quality.
I think the course offers more scope for imaginative, subjective and ideas-orientated work than any of the other courses.
Being here, you know, being around these enthusiastic people, it's kind of made me more driven as well. So things like your own website, things like marketing yourself, I've given a lot of thought to things like that while on the course.
I'm not saying that you can't make a career of it here as well, you certainly can, but a lot of people are here simply for the love of art. It's as simple as that, I think, and that's what's nice about the vibe you get here.
The range of skills that they develop is actually so wide that it could go in a lot of different directions. Some could do illustration, some might become artists, printmakers, some might just end up doing watercolour. It's very individual. It's a pretty rich mix, so there's lots of scope.
I think I've got to the point where I now feel inspired and confident to think through my own ideas. If I was told that's what you've got to do from now on, there's nothing else, I could say, okay, that's fine, you've given me a bus ticket and I can go on.